Now, and we start with a live look at radar as we continue tracking Tropical Depression Debbie tonight. Parts of Central Virginia, an absolute mess after Debbie churned up strong to serious winds and plenty of rainfall for us. This comes after it ripped through many other states on the East Coast, claiming several lives and leaving behind a trail of destruction. This was the scene in North Carolina where at least one person died today.
Let's bring in Megan Weiss. Megan, back here at home, a very busy night.
It has been an active night. We've been tracking a few tornado warning storms throughout the past several hours. I want to start though with the latest here. A tornado watch is going to remain in effect until 7 o'clock in the morning. A key note here: when this happens during the overnight hours, you want to make sure that you're able to get notifications of any warnings that we could have, especially while you're sleeping. So I know many of us turn on the do not disturb on our phones, or maybe turn the volume down. You want to make sure that you click the volume up so you can get any notification that would wake you up, so you're able to get into a safe place just in case we do have any tornado warnings that are issued throughout the overnight and into early tomorrow morning. We'll be watching this closely. We'll be here all night still tracking these basically feeder bands out of Debbie here, and we have an environment that's conducive. As these bands move towards the northwest, it provides just enough spin in the atmosphere where we get very quick tornado warnings, or tornadoes that could produce and then really just quickly diminish. They're brief. So it's something we're watching as these bands continue to track on through. Most of the activity has stayed towards our west of I-95, seeing some of those downpours in eastern Powhatan and into Chesterfield. This was just about 10 minutes ago a tornado warning storm, and it quickly fizzled on out within about 3 to 5 minutes. So it was very brief. It lost the rotation, but it's still producing some rain. Eastern Powhatan, eastern Goochland County, up towards Louisa County, we're looking at just some rain, some heavier downpours within that scattered through Louisa. And then as we go into southern Chesterfield, Matoaka, seeing some heavier rain, and we'll have to watch the potential of some weak rotation as we go through Dinwiddie County as well. And then these bands making their way from North Carolina into Virginia. So again, we'll watch for the potential for some rotation. Also watching the potential for some flooding concerns. We have the flood watch that continues through tomorrow evening. I'll show you the latest hour-by-hour forecast on what we can see through the overnight and when this all moves out, coming up here in a bit. Franklin?
All right, thank you, Megan. Emergency crews from around the state say they're prepared for whatever Debbie brings this way, including Northern Virginia, where crews were out passing out sandbags earlier today to deal with flooding. 130 members of the Virginia National Guard are currently deployed as well. Sarah Shackles has a closer look at how the state is preparing.
As Tropical Depression Debbie creeps closer, the storm's outer bands are already making for a very soggy Thursday. And it's the flooding and tornadoes from the storm that pose a serious threat to the area. But the Virginia Department of Emergency Management assures me they're ready.
We're at level red today, which is a full activation. So we have our state partners, we have our private sector partners, nonprofit organizations, agencies that have come in to staff the Emergency Operations Center to be able to fulfill any requests that we may have out there in our localities as Debbie makes its way through the Commonwealth.
Jason Elmore says the EOC will remain fully staffed through Sunday as teams assess the emergency management and response needs of Tropical Depression Debbie. Governor Glenn Youngkin urging all Virginians to have an emergency plan in place. Posting to X earlier Thursday, stay alert, stay informed, and have a plan. Please be aware that the effects of Tropical Storm Debbie will have most of the area under threat for tornadic storms. Stay safe. Tornadoes still an active threat.
Tornado safety, making sure you find that spot in your home to be safe, whether it's an enclosed room in your house that has no windows or in a basement, something like that.
And flooding, a very serious concern.
It doesn't take but about 5 to 6 inches of water that can actually splash. And so as we always say, turn around, don't drown. You never know what is underneath the water. It could be sinkholes or potholes or anything like that.
The state of emergency will last for at least 30 days, but could be extended depending on what Debbie does. Virginia National Guard soldiers are deployed around Lynchburg, Danville, and Petersburg to assist with any severe weather needs. And there are swift water rescue teams on hand, too. And we will continue tracking the latest developments of this storm for you. In Richmond, Sarah Shackles, Fox Richmond.
Tropical Depression Debbie forcing the city of Richmond to postpone the groundbreaking of a new baseball stadium. That long-awaited moment had been scheduled for tomorrow. According to City Council, no makeup date has been set. Still, early steps are already underway to get the site ready for the long-awaited construction project. The stadium is expected to be complete in time for the 2026 baseball season. And Debbie also forcing the cancellation of a NASCAR gathering at Richmond Raceway. The finish line party was scheduled for tomorrow, but the inclement weather forcing the raceway to call it off. According to Richmond Raceway officials, everything is still on track for this weekend's races. That includes the highly anticipated return of the Cookout 400 this Sunday at 6 p.m.
Tropical Depression Debbie is expected to bring heavy rain to the Carolinas and Virginia after making its second landfall today on the South Carolina coast. The storm has spawned tornadoes across the region, one of which killed a man in North Carolina earlier today. Riley Hubbard has the latest.
Doors blowed out. Ceilings blown out.
Alarms at Springfield Middle School blared Thursday as first responders assessed the damage. A tornado spawned by Tropical Storm Debbie tore through the Wilson County, North Carolina school, ripping holes in the ceiling, flipping desks over, and blowing doors off the hinges. But that was just one stop on Debbie's path of destruction.
I said, Lord, you know, I've worked all my life for what I got here. Please don't take it.
Norman Toller prayed for the tornado to pass by his home Thursday morning, and it did. But one of his neighbors did not survive the twister, bringing Debbie's death toll to 6.
Looked back out the back door and I seen a twister going across the backyard and stuff was flying, and I went down there praying.
Debbie was moving around 10 miles an hour Thursday evening over Charlotte, North Carolina. It's expected to pick up speed as it moves into northern Virginia before accelerating through Pennsylvania and New York Friday. The storm will reach New England Saturday, where heavy rain and flash flooding is on the forecast. In one dramatic rescue, the Raleigh Fire Department rescued 3 children stuck in rapidly rising and fast-moving water on Thursday.
She was barely holding on, and then the rescue team came just in time to come put her in the boat.
State officials are encouraging residents to stay safe.
We asked North Carolinians to be careful.
Members of North Carolina's National Guard have been mobilized to assist in more ground and swift water rescues. I'm Riley Hubbard, Fox Richmond.
New details and photos tonight from a crash on I-85 this afternoon. Virginia State Police sending us these photos from the scene where a van overturned in the southbound lanes near mile marker 59. Crash sending 9 people to the hospital. VSP says everyone is expected to be okay, and the crash was not weather related. State police say 13 people were riding in the van. It ran off the road and overcorrected before overturning. All lanes are now back open.
A gruesome discovery this afternoon in South Richmond. A man found shot to death inside of a car. It happened at the intersection of 15th and Dinwiddie. Richmond police say a man was walking and spotted a gold O2 Camry in the woods. The man inside the vehicle has not been identified just yet, but police say they're now looking for the suspects. If you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 780-1000. And a third person has now died from a Listeria outbreak, this time in Virginia. The outbreak is linked to deli meats from Boar's Head. Since May, 43 people have gotten sick, and now 3 people have died. Boar's Head is recalling more than 70 products, about 7 million pounds of deli meats. The company already facing 2 lawsuits over the outbreak. Listeria symptoms include fever, muscle aches, and fatigue, but they don't usually appear for a few weeks.
Tonight, a gruesome trend of animal cruelty. A spike in the cropping of dogs' ears happening across the area. And we do want to warn you, the images you are about to see are quite disturbing. The procedure has no benefit, and no one has been able to find out why or where exactly it's happening. Madison McNamee now with a look at this troubling issue.
There's been about a dozen or so dogs coming in here with their ears cropped, and that's in just the past few weeks, making this an alarming trend. And to make it even worse, I'm told it seems like these procedures are happening in homes, maybe even just using kitchen knives or scissors.
Terrible job. And the animal looks terrible, the animal feels terrible, and it's just absolutely horrifying.
Dogs of all ages coming into RACC looking like this.
It's done like a backyard cropping, for lack of better words. It we don't know what's happening.
Amateurs even using fishing line for sutures. And it's not just that it's a bad job. It's illegal.
You could end up in jail or prison.
RACC now investigating who could be doing this, as they could be operating without a vet license and face animal cruelty charges.
It's predominantly just for show, such as Dobermans, for example. We use Dobermans. That's done, early on after the puppies are born. But it's done at a professional medical level.
But Rob Lineberger now wants ear cropping to be illegal altogether.
All it is for show. It actually causes problems for the animal because that's how they communicate.
He hopes this spike in the trend in the River City pushes the General Assembly to take action next year.
Model it after the recent cat declawing law. You can't declaw cats anymore unless there's some medical reason. So there ought to be a law that says you can't crop the ears or dock the tails unless there's a medical reason.
If you or anyone you know has information on who may be behind this trend, or maybe you've seen some posts on the internet of dogs who are being sold looking like this, go ahead and give RACC a call to try to prevent this from happening to anyone else. In Richmond, Madison McNamee, Fox Richmond.
And as we continue tracking Tropical Depression Debbie, remember to join the Fox Richmond Morning Team for a full forecast and all your latest local updates. They'll have all new information on how the weather could impact your morning commute as you have at the door. Join Ashley, Sarah, Candace, and Andrew bright and early tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock.
Coming up, Taylor Swift terror plot. The shocking new details coming out as 2 teenage ISIS radicals sit behind bars, accused of planning an attack at her show.
Plus, a government agency and a massive airline teaming up to dig deeper into climate change and its impacts. Still ahead, how they'll now track greenhouse gases.
On the next Young Sheldon, it's Sheldon's first night in the dorms.
What if there was alcohol?
Then they're going to get a lot of fun facts about the history of fermented beverages.
I don't think I should.
It's just root beer.
Do you have a coaster?
Yeah, it's in the China cabinet.
And where would that be?
The next Young Sheldon.
Tomorrow at 11 on Fox Richmond.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time.
From the heavens! Friday at 8 on Fox Richmond.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections, but now her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Richmond Breathe Free Sinus and Allergy Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections? Set an appointment today with Richmond Breathe Free.
I trust Secret with these pits and everywhere else. With aluminum-free Secret whole body deodorant for 72-hour freshness.
Because it was reviewed by not just one, but hundreds of gynecologists and dermatologists. Plus, it's gentle.
So I can use it everywhere. Secret whole body deodorant.
Looking for a moisturizer that does more than just moisturize? Try Olay Regenerist for 10 benefits in every jar. Olay visibly firms, lifts, and smooths wrinkles by penetrating the skin to boost regeneration at the surface cellular level. Try Olay.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Buy a Tundra now with low 1.99 APR financing for 48 months. Or take up to $2,000 cash back on a Tundra Hybrid.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you suffering with pain, tingling, or cramping in your legs or feet? What about numbness, coldness, or burning in your feet? If this sounds familiar, you may be suffering from damage to your peripheral nerves. Poor circulation and inflammation of these nerves is what causes your symptoms to get worse over time. Without normal blood flow, your muscles and nerves lose function, and the symptoms become so awful that you may need a cane or walker just to get around. Medication is prescribed to manage your pain, but it won't help with any of your other symptoms. The great news is this condition is treatable. Unlike medication, our therapies can successfully reverse your symptoms very quickly. So if you're experiencing pain, cramping, numbness, or tingling in your legs or feet, call the number on the screen right away to receive a free inflammatory nerve screening. Results of your screening will let you know if you qualify for this life-changing treatment. Don't ignore this any longer. Nerve damage can result in amputation of your foot or leg. Imagine improving your quality of life and getting back to the hobbies that you love. Call now for your free inflammatory nerve screening.
Need someone to keep you cool? Call the at Gilman.
3 Taylor Swift shows set to kick off tomorrow in Europe, now scrapped and disaster narrowly avoided. This comes after authorities uncovered an ISIS-inspired terror attack targeting the concerts. Police questioning 3 teenagers who authorities say were radicalized online. They also found a stockpile of evidence at the main suspect's home. Cole Higgins has the latest on the investigation and reaction from some of the 200,000 fans that were supposed to be at those shows.
A trio of concerts by megastar Taylor Swift set to take place in Austria this weekend were canceled after Austrian authorities uncovered what they called an ISIS-inspired terror plot aimed at the shows. The suspects, all teenagers. The main suspect, just 19, was arrested and his home searched Wednesday morning in the eastern town of Turnitz.
The 19-year-old Austrian guy that is very high radicalized and who pledged their allegiance for ISIS will do an attack during 3 of the concerts. We found a lot of precursors for building explosives, and we also found explosive devices that he could use during the attack.
One suspect worked to gain entry to the concert as an employee for a company at the stadium. He was already nearby when he was arrested. Unfortunately, attacks at concerts aren't new. There have been several over the last few years.
These are symbolic targets for the Islamic State. And as tension rises in the Middle East, we're going to see more of this.
Those who traveled in for the show and in some cases spent thousands of dollars to attend Swift's record-breaking Eras tour are disappointed but grateful.
What could have happened and what could have been the end result wasn't going to be a night of fun, but a night of absolute terror and just pure distress for families.
A sentiment shared by many.
I feel for everyone who got their show canceled, but like Taylor says, we can do it with a broken heart.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
A unique partnership 4 years in the making will give scientists a new way to monitor greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. NOAA, a federal weather agency, and United Airlines are teaming up to track gases that contribute to climate change and impact our forecasts. They're working to better understand just how much and where greenhouse gases are in our atmosphere.
We're going to get measurements really frequently in parts of the atmosphere that we don't get to measure from often. We right now have only 500 flights a year that we pay for to be able to do that. This will increase it 4 to 5-fold on a single aircraft.
She also says they did talk with other airlines, but United's flight path worked best. Scientists at NOAA hope to have the sensor installed by the next spring to collect data through 2025.
Still ahead, Delta passengers up in arms after that disastrous global outage. We'll explain why many of them are now suing the airline.
And a live look at radar as we continue tracking Tropical Depression Debbie tonight. Megan's forecast coming up in our next half hour.
Can your pad flex with you without shifting? Always FlexFoam can. It's the only pad made with a flexible foam core with wings that fit securely for up to 0 bunching and 0 leaks. Can your pad do that? See what foam can do for you.
I'm obsessed with Olay's Retinol Body Wash.
With Olay Retinol Body Wash, 95% of women had visibly renewed skin.
Makes my skin feel so smooth and moisturized.
Olay Body Wash and Lotion. Discover yours.
For real casino gaming, there's no place like Rivers Casino Portsmouth. Vegas-style gaming, just a short drive from Richmond. Play over 1,400 of today's hottest slot machines, like Dragon Link, Ultimate Fire Link, Buffalo, and more of your favorites. And live and electronic table games, like Blackjack, Baccarat, and 3-card poker. Rivers Casino is your favorite new destination for dining, concerts, and entertainment. So come play today. It's time to get real at Rivers Casino Portsmouth.
We could tell you what it's capable of. Or you could find out for yourself. How we get there matters.
To celebrate Team USA going for gold, Xfinity is offering a gold medal deal. Now through August 11th, get our best offer yet with Xfinity Internet and one line of unlimited mobile for just $35 a month for a year and a free 5G phone. Plus, add the new Xfinity Stream Saver for just $15 a month and get Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix. Hurry, when the Olympic Games end, so does this gold medal deal. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
It just keeps getting worse.
These are telltale signs that water is shifting your foundation. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh, this is done growing in this house.
Okay.
Cracking drywall is just one sign your foundation is compromised, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from JES. And now receive no interest on any repairs if paid in full in 24 months. Call or go online today.
Introducing the Shanko Solar Roof, using sleek, low-profile solar shingles. Power your home with the Shanko Solar Roof. It's time for a change that benefits you.
We're starting a movement. Well, technically a don't movement.
Because we work hard and want to relax harder.
Lazy Boy is celebrating National Lazy Day. Save 25% on everything, plus 0% interest for 36 months.
We the stressed out will stretch out.
And we the planners plan to lay back.
Hurry in, celebrate National Lazy Day today. Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.
We could tell you what it's capable of. You could find out for yourself. How we get there matters.
Welcome back. Boeing's new CEO making a big change on his first day. He's decided to work out of Boeing's offices in Seattle to help restore trust in the company's commercial aircraft business. Kelly Ortberg says he wants to be closer to the production lines and develop programs. Seattle had been the company's home for its first 85 years before relocating its headquarters to Chicago in 2001. Boeing's current corporate offices are in Arlington, Virginia. The company still hasn't said if it will move its entire headquarters back to Seattle.
Passengers have filed a class action lawsuit against Delta Airlines after last month's global outage caused thousands of flight cancellations. Fox Business correspondent Lydia Hu has the details.
Delta passengers are suing the airline in a class action after the CrowdStrike outage last month caused thousands of flights to be canceled. Delta declined to comment on the lawsuit when contacted by Fox Business Digital. Plaintiffs claim the outage's impact on Delta passengers was disastrous, and Delta has not offered adequate refunds or reimbursement, they say. One plaintiff said he missed his $10,000 cruise because of Delta's cancellations. He claims Delta offered him less than $220. Another plaintiff claims he was not refunded the $2,300 for the Delta tickets to Amsterdam he never used, or the nearly $2,000 in costs he incurred in other transportation and hotels because he was stranded. Instead, he says he was offered a $100 voucher to use on a future Delta flight. Delta's CEO Ed Bastian says the outage will cost Delta $500 million, and Delta places blame squarely at CrowdStrike and Microsoft, threatening to sue them. But CrowdStrike and Microsoft are punching back. In letters the companies have exchanged, Delta blames the faulty CrowdStrike update. CrowdStrike says its offers to help Delta were declined, and CrowdStrike questions why other airlines were able to restore normal service faster than Delta. And Microsoft blames Delta's outdated IT infrastructure. Delta told Fox Business Digital in a statement that its IT is not the problem, saying it has invested billions of dollars in IT capital expenditures. But you can't ignore that Delta was rocked by this outage. Plaintiffs point out Delta canceled more flights over the 5 days following the outage than it had in all of 2018 and 2019. Reporting from New York, I'm Lydia Hu, Fox Business.
A professional level golf course is coming to Henrico. The county just acquired the existing Crossings Golf Club near the I-95 and 295 interchange. The project is a partnership with local sports and event marketing firm Pros Incorporated. The goal is to make major improvements to the 268-acre site. Pros Inc. will begin work later this year to transform the 18-hole course to championship-level standards. That'll allow it to host pro, college, and high school play, as well as public use. And it's right down the road from the new 17,000-seat sports and event center.
In just over a week, hundreds will flock to Carytown for the 42nd annual Watermelon Festival. The beloved event is a staple to the Carytown community, featuring dozens of vendors, live music, and of course, plenty of watermelon. It's free to attend and promises something for everyone to enjoy. It returns Sunday, August 11th from 10 to 6 along West Cary Street.
Ahead at 10:30 on Fox Richmond, former President Trump and Vice President Harris have agreed to a debate. We'll show you what both campaigns were up to today as the race for the White House heats up.
Plus, today marking 1 year since those deadly wildfires swept across the island of Maui and Hawaii. Up next, how the state is honoring those who died as they work to rebuild.
Bring the whole family for a fun-filled day of racing at the Colonial Downs Festival of Racing on Saturday, August 10th. Enjoy the edge-of-your-seat thrill of live horse racing, pony rides, and a petting zoo for the kids. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit your Richmond GMC Elite dealer.
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo traps. Zevo works 24/7 to attract and trap flying insects for effortless protection. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Did you know your skin barrier is more receptive to skincare at night? Olay Super Serum Night Repair delivers 5 benefits in 1. Visibly renewing surface skin cells while you sleep. You'll see visible results in 7 nights. Olay.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections, but now her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Richmond Breathe Free Sinus and Allergy Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections? Set an appointment today with Richmond Breathe Free.
The exclusive limited release. All the newest, most advanced Tempur-Pedics. Tempur-Pedic Advanced. Immersive wire. Breakthrough science, deepest sleep, double-stacked Tempur-engineered coils, 30% more advanced Tempur-conforming support, advanced ergo-adapt, pressure relief from aches and pain. New Tempur technologies, continuously cools and ventilates. Exclusive limited release, unrepeatable savings, free financing, free white glove delivery, and stay cool with free Yetis. Exclusive limited release weekend of the newest Tempur-Pedic Advanced at Hanes.
Bring the whole family for a fun-filled day of racing at the Colonial Downs Festival of Racing on Saturday, August 10th. Enjoy the edge-of-your-seat thrill of live horse racing, pony rides, and a petting zoo for the kids. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
Tonight's weather is sponsored by West Shore Home, bringing happiness to every home.
At West Shore Home, we can take your bathroom from this to this in just 2 to 3 days. Don't miss out on these limited time savings. Schedule that free consultation now at westshorebath.com. This offer ends Saturday. Don't miss out and lock in huge savings from our summer savings event. Get 5 full years of 0% APR financing. Pay off your project over 5 years and pay nothing in interest. Plus, get $3,000 off the entire project. Schedule that free consultation now at westshorebath.com.
Welcome back. Taking a live look at radar as we continue tracking Tropical Depression Debbie tonight. We've been seeing the impacts of Debbie here at home today after it left behind a trail of destruction in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Megan Wise will have the latest in just a few minutes.
Former President Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris have agreed to debate each other on September 10th. Trump also proposing 2 more debates while speaking to reporters this afternoon. This comes as his campaign is blasting Harris, saying she's avoiding the media. Fox News correspondent Caroline Shively has the latest.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump held public events Thursday afternoon. Harris held a campaign rally for members of the United Auto Workers in Michigan.
That's what our campaign is about. We love our country. We believe in our country. We believe in each other. We believe in the collective.
While Trump spoke to reporters at his private club in Florida.
We have somebody that hasn't received one vote for president, and she's running, and that's fine with me. But we were given Joe Biden, and now we're given somebody else.
Trump pointed out that Harris has yet to face the media since President Biden dropped out and left her as the Democratic nominee.
I think that the press should be demanding interviews now that the Veep drama is over. Where does she stand on the expiring Trump tax cuts next year? Where does he stand on China and Taiwan? We don't know.
President Biden was trailing Trump nationally and in most swing state polls, but the race seems to be tightening in some states now that Harris is the nominee. On Thursday, the Cook Political Report moved the swing states of Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia from leans Republican to toss-up.
This is going to be a very close election, make no mistake about it.
The Real Clear Politics average of polls shows Trump and Harris separated by only half a percentage point. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
The family of a man who was killed in the Titan submersible implosion is filing for a $50 million lawsuit against manufacturer OceanGate Expeditions. The lawsuit states that the crew experienced, quote, terror and mental anguish before the disaster. All 5 passengers on board were killed when the craft suffered a catastrophic implosion en route to the wreckage of the Titanic back in June of last year. Remains from the submersible were recovered from the North Atlantic Ocean last year.
The Middle East is still on edge as the region waits to see how Iran will retaliate after leaders of 2 of its proxy groups were killed. Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen has more from New York.
The U.S. is stepping up its involvement trying to prevent a wider war in the Middle East. U.S. Central Command says some of its F-22 fighter jets are now in the area to add more support along with several warships. According to Axios, CENTCOM Commander General Michael Kurilla is back in Israel, meeting with his counterparts today. Officials are hoping intense diplomacy is forcing Iran to reconsider a possible attack.
They should not take any further escalatory steps if those steps are not in their interest. They're not in the interest of the wider region, and that is a point we will continue to impress in all of our diplomatic engagements in the region.
The region has been on edge since Iran vowed revenge after strikes killed a Hamas leader inside Tehran and a Hezbollah leader in Lebanon. Fighting has continued along the Israel-Lebanon border. Israeli leaders say their defenses are ready and they have been launching airstrikes against Hezbollah.
We are on high defense readiness in all the parameters we have. Some of them are hidden and some of them are visible to the public. The strength and resilience of the Israeli public is a key issue.
The State Department says it's still working on a ceasefire deal, but more fighting will slow its progress.
Any further escalation just makes all of the region's problems more difficult.
After a rocket attack on a U.S. base in Iraq, 2 soldiers have been returned to duty and several others are still being treated for their injuries. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
The search is on for at least 1 suspect after gunfire was reported at UC California this morning. Police responded to a track on campus where someone reportedly was firing shots near runners. The campus was placed on lockdown and the university says no injuries were reported. An investigation is underway. Contained the massive park fire that was reawakened. It reignited Monday, growing 20 square miles in about 12 hours. It's the state's largest fire this year and the 4th largest in the state history. Police suspect a man of arson, alleging he started the fire after he pushed a burning car into a gully. The fire has destroyed 640 structures so far and damaged more than 50.
Today marks 1 year since the deadliest wildfire in modern U.S. history. August 8th, 2023 is when those fires began on the island of Maui in Hawaii. Now mourners are remembering the more than 100 people who died, as survivors are still trying to rebuild and heal. Amy Kiley has the story.
First year was about survival. The second year will be about rebuilding.
Today marks 1 year since wildfires began devastating the Hawaiian island of Maui. It's the deadliest such disaster in modern U.S. history, killing more than 100 people. Hawaii Governor Josh Green says to honor them, he has ordered flags to fly at half-staff.
It has been an incredible challenge for so many families.
Officials say the flames left more than 3,000 families homeless.
Here was a lanai that you can have barbecues and everything right over here.
A year later, officials say many still don't have permanent housing. The governor hopes the recent $4 billion settlement with Hawaiian Electric and others will help people start over.
This is our sixth move, so hopefully we're hoping it'll be our last until it's time to rebuild.
The historic community of Lahaina is still devastated after it was largely wiped out.
We didn't know that our whole town would be gone.
It's the former capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii. The remnants of this church are on what's considered the birthplace of Christianity on the island. Its graveyard is still intact. Some believers see that as a sign of hope.
I was actually amazed how much is still intact. I think because of the people that are here, it's protected.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Start here with a live look at First Alert Doppler radar. A lot of us seeing a lull in the activity here. We have just a couple of feeder bands that are working their way through our area, moving towards the northwest. I want to start towards our northwestern counties. Louisa, you're seeing some scattered downpours, some moderate rain in the eastern and central part of the county from Cuckoo up towards Mineral. This will move up into Orange County. We have some rain in the western side of Hanover, over towards Short Pump in the west end, down into Chesterfield County, Midlothian, close to Bon Air, seeing a couple of showers, down 95 close to Chester, and then the Tri-Cities, Petersburg, seeing some mainly light showers. Close to Matoka, seeing a little bit of rain, and then down into Prince George County, seeing a couple of downpours there, and that stretches into Sussex County. And as we widen out the picture here, we will continue to watch these feeder bands of Debbie and move on through. And these showers don't look overly impressive, but the atmosphere is conducive for quick, brief spin-up tornadoes. So we will watch these showers and downpours as they move towards the northwest, and we'll pay close attention to the potential of one of those tornadoes. The tornado watch is in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So overnight time frame, you want to make sure that you're able to get warnings. Make sure your phone is turned on, the volume is turned up. Don't go to bed with a do not disturb. You want to make sure that you get the notification so it wakes you up so you can get into your safe place if a warning is issued where you are. Flood watch remains in effect through tomorrow evening. Just be mindful of some localized flooding concerns we could see with some of these heavier downpours. We've seen several storm reports come in from damage to trees or multiple trees down. I want to zoom in close to Caroline County. We were on the air here tracking a tornado warning that moved very close to Lake Caroline, and reports of multiple trees down. We've seen photos. We have a reporter on the scene here that trees were into homes. This is a possible tornado, so we'll certainly keep you updated on Bowling Green. Hope everyone is okay in that part of Caroline County. Latest here with Tropical Depression Debbie, 30-mile-per-hour storm. You see here the bands still in North Carolina. We have to watch all of those as we move through the overnight time frame. So that's why that tornado watch is in effect until tomorrow morning. Rain totals, you can see the highest amounts west of I-95. Yellow, orange, 3 to 4 inches of rain. That stretches from Prince Edward County down into Lunenburg and also Mecklenburg County. Lesser amounts over towards our far eastern county is 1/10 of an inch at best. Over towards the northern neck and middle peninsula. Hour by hour, it's not an all overnight rain by any means. It's just going to be these bands that we track
through the overnight into tomorrow morning. Could easily contain some very heavy rainfall. We'll watch that potential for a brief tornado. And then it really tapers down into the afternoon, into the evening. A breeze picks up. We could have 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts. A little higher over towards the coast, 40 to 45 mile per hour gusts. We start tomorrow in the mid 70s. We top out in the low 80s. Again, scattered downpours during the morning. Just use drier conditions. Humidity looks like it wants to go down a touch Saturday. And we're looking at sunshine. Franklin?
Thank you. And don't forget to visit our website for the latest news and weather. Connect RVA keeps you up to date with all that's happening across our area. And while you're there, you can stay up to date with the latest in sports and entertainment. Visit foxrichmond.com.
Still ahead, a warning for parents after an alarming report from the FBI. How to keep your kids safe from predators while they're gaming online.
A person can't be an organ donor unless they're in perfect health. That's about as false as Medusa's eyelashes. She wears magnetics, by the way. Get the facts at donatelifevirginia.org.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
That grimy film on your teeth.
Dr. G?
It's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but Crespo Health's antibacterial fluoride protects all day.
It stops cavities before they start.
Crest.
Popeye's Big Box is back for just $6.99. When you're hungry, you need a big box. But when they're hungry, you need an even bigger box. Now for only $20. 2 great ways to save at Popeye's.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
There's something for every adventurer during Busch Gardens' all-new Summer of Wonder. From the arts lover to the concert goer, excitement and wonder for all. Buy a 2025 Fun Card, get now through Hollow Screen free. Hurry before prices go up.
Be part of something bigger. The following Virginia Department of Corrections state prisons are now hiring correctional officers. You'll enjoy competitive state benefits, paid training on day 1, provided uniforms, challenging and rewarding daily work, and more. Opportunities to advance both within your field or across various departments. We're an equal opportunity employer and look forward to working with you. Scan the code to learn more.
A donor's family will have to pay extra fees for procedures to recover organs? That's total bullshark. Get the facts at donatelifevirginia.org.
Fox News at 10 is sponsored in part by Lazy Boy.
The Original Mattress Factory is proud to be rated the best mattress store in the U.S. by Report subscribers. Subscribers gave OMF top scores in price satisfaction, selection, and customer support. So if you've been thinking about buying a new mattress but don't know where to start, stop by and let us show you why Consumer Report subscribers are the best mattress in the U.S. The Original Mattress Factory, hand-built right here in Richmond.
Febreze. When you host, your bathroom can feel like a revolving door. Keep things fresh with Febreze Small. An outlet-free air freshener that fights odors for 45 days. So even after you know your smells amazing. La 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 la
la. Enjoy a sausage McMuffin with egg for just $2.75. Plus, add in any sized iced coffee for $1.50.
Authorities in Arizona are warning parents about online gaming child predators targeting victims through chat features in their video games. Fox's Ashley Rodriguez has more on this story.
These days, staring into a screen is how many kids socialize. Inside the gaming zone in Tempe, friends David and Sam sit on opposite sides of the arcade while still playing together. In 2024, streaming technology has enhanced the experience through gaming social platforms like Twitch and Discord, allowing kids to virtually hang out with millions of strangers around the world.
When I was growing up, if a predator wanted to get their next target, they would go where kids hang out, which may be a mall, maybe a park, maybe a parking lot. But now that we have these online gaming platforms and kids hang out behind screens, Predators know if their next target that they're looking for is a 9-year-old boy, they know exactly what gaming platform to go to find that.
That's what happened last year when Scottsdale police arrested a Florida man, 24-year-old Jacob Lozano, who they say targeted 3 young boys online, coerced them into engaging in sexual activity with him over a webcam, and then distributed the material.
Just sometimes people try to send you messages online, whether it be in video games or online ranks. They try to say, hey, can I get your number personally?
According to the Child Crime Safety and Prevention Center, there are an estimated 500,000 online predators active each day. The FBI says an estimated 89% of sexual advances directed at children between the ages of 12 and 15 occur in chat rooms or through instant messaging. And as gaming technology continues to evolve, the safeguards to protect children aren't keeping up.
Just like you wouldn't take your kids to a mall and drop them off all by themselves to hang out with strangers or go home with strangers, we shouldn't be doing this in online gaming platforms.
The Gaming Zone owner, Jorge Ramirez, encourages parents to look into parental controls, set chats to private, or keep them off the streaming platforms altogether and take them to arcades.
They're not here playing alone. We have staff that are here to manage and run tournaments for them, We keep it that way simple. It's safe.
More than 3 million Americans are living with emphysema, and many don't even know it. The lung disease is not only caused by smoking. Researchers say about 1 in 4 people with the disease have never smoked. Other causes are genetics, changes can be and air pollution. While there is no cure, lifestyle changes can be made to help spare the rest of the lung. Red flags include coughing up mucus, wheezing, chest tightness, and breathlessness during everyday tasks.
I get breathless when I'm carrying groceries. I was fine in the store, but as soon as I carry groceries, I'm starting to get breathless. That's what we're looking for. And it's very insidious, it's very nonspecific, but clue your doctor in.
Now, there are treatment options, including inhalers and pulmonary rehabilitation, but a diagnosis is needed first.
The price of a new car is going through the roof. Coming up, we'll break down a few of the reasons why and what you can do to help save some money if you're in the market.
Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
Your skin is ever-changing. Take care of it with Gold Bond's healing formulations of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins. For all your skins, Gold Bond.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
And Doug.
And if we win, we get to tell you how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Isn't that what you just did?
Service!
Stand back, I'm gonna show ya how Doug and Lee roll ya. You know you gotta live it if you wanna win.
Time out.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Wendy's has new saucy nugs. And if Wendy's found a way to make their nugs even better, anything is sauceable! For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
Fox Richmond is RBA's home for Washington Commanders football. Watch Fox Richmond this Saturday at noon when Washington travels to New York to kick off the preseason. Sponsored locally by Closet Factory of Richmond.
The National Desk covers America's news now. Impartial, unbiased, and fact-based journalists. Each weekday morning from the National Desk.
Weekday mornings on Fox Richmond.
Call 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Marks and Harrison, right now.
It's been this way for a while now. The same products, the same offerings, year after year after year. It's time for innovation that benefits you. Introducing the Shanko Solar Roof. Using sleek, low-profile solar shingles. installs like a traditional roof, protects from the elements, saves money, and generates clean energy. Power your home with the Shanco solar roof. It's time for a change.
Welcome back, and listen to this. The average price of a new car is now up to more than $10,000 compared to before the pandemic.
Who knew? Fox News correspondent Jeff Flock explains.
This is where much of America buys its cars, especially these days. Not a fancy new car dealership, but a used car lot. This is Eugene's Auto Sales and Repair in Philadelphia. Eugene's without the E, by the way. This because the cost of a new car pretty high. Take a look at these numbers. $48,000, the average transaction price for a new car right now. That has been stable, but about $11,000 more than it was pre-pandemic. And that, of course, is just the half of it. What about maintaining and repairing your car? According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, latest numbers show an increase of 6% year over year. And what about insurance? Have you seen that bill lately? That's up about 20% year over year. Why? Well, new cars and old cars these days cost a lot more to repair. And of course, those costs increase starting with the guys doing the repairing.
Mechanic wages were about $60 per hour 10 years ago. Now they start at $140 an hour. The average is $150 in Philadelphia, $175 to $200 for luxury cars, and at Tesla, $225 an hour.
And something else to keep an eye on, if you've got a big repair or maybe you get behind on higher insurance premiums, it's possible you get behind on your loan. Auto loan delinquencies Q4 of 2021 were around 5%, almost 5%. Now, in the first quarter of this year, they've gone up to 8%. Kind of a bad spiral there. In Philadelphia at Eugene's Auto Sales and Repair, I'm Jeff Flock for the Fox Business Network.
And here's another live look. This evening, the news continues after this.
I was having a lot of sinus infections. My sinuses were clogged, pressure, headaches.
Linda suffered for years with chronic sinus infections, but now her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Richmond Breathe Free Sinus Allergy Centers called balloon sinuplasty.
I would do it again, and I would definitely recommend it for someone else.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections? Set an appointment today with Richmond Breathe Free.
To celebrate Team USA going for gold, Xfinity is offering a gold medal deal. Now through August 11th, get our best offer a month for a year and a free 5G phone. Plus, add the new Xfinity Stream Saver for just $15 a month and get Peacock, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix. Hurry, when the Olympic Games end, so does this gold medal deal. Get the fastest connection to Paris with Xfinity.
This summer is the perfect time to get away with a great deal on your favorite Hyundai models. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey. Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. But act fast. The hottest deals of the summer won't last. Get in and get away now. Lease a Hyundai Palisade for only $379 a month or get 3.49% APR. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Fox News at 10 is sponsored in part by Lazy Boy.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
And then she was fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere. Good. Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
That grimy film on your teeth.
Dr. G?
It's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but Crespro Health's antibacterial fluoride protects all day.
They stop cavities before they start.
Before we go, the first pandas to enter the U.S. in 21 years are now available for public viewing. The pandas named Yu Chuan is almost 5 and Sing Bao is almost 4. They made their public debut today at the San Diego Zoo. California Governor Gavin Newsom said the exhibit is about more than getting to see the amazing animals up close.
Is about something much deeper, much richer. Than just the two beautiful pandas we celebrate. It's about celebrating our common humanity. It's about celebrating the things that bind us together.
The two pandas are now enjoying a newly refurbished and expanded habitat. China is expected to also partner with and loan pandas to other zoos, including the National Zoo in D.C.
It looks like they got all-you-can-eat bamboo.
Oh, yes.
I'm loving it.
Welcome to the U.S.
Quite the treatment for those new pandas. Well, we are continuing to track Debbie. Stay with us on the air tomorrow morning for all the latest updates.
Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
Promotional consideration was provided by